Welcome back, traders, to a brand new episode for 2025 on how to trade gold. How I've been trading gold, how I'm going to be trading gold moving forward, and I'm going to be sharing those details with you. So it's going to be more analysis based, day to day, positions I see, when I see it, and why I decide to do what I do. And also, as well, I want to say Happy New Year. I hope last year all of your trades worked out. So last year for me worked out really well. There's a lot that I have learned and there's a lot that I'm going to be incorporating into my trades for 2025. And I hope that at the bare minimum, 2024 was an amazing year for you. And as we move into 2025, it gets stronger and it gets better in terms of your skills and overall competence and confidence in the market. With that said and done, we're going to get straight into where I left off on the last video that I did on gold, which was on Tuesday the 3rd of December. So I haven't done a video since this date, right? So on this day here, this was the last day we did a video on gold, and all through here we haven't done anything. But however, so if you took on my recommendations as to drawing out these daily FEG levels within your chart, you would have been able to see market doing all of this because we laid out the probability of market going to certain levels, especially when market came into this zone here, which was on the 6th of December, right? So you could have caught this move over here and ridden it all the way up. If you were using a trading stop, chances are you would have managed yourself effectively. The market naturally broke all the way back down, came into the main FEG for the second time. So the first time was here, and we talked about that in the last video. And these events that took place in this area over here, naturally we haven't covered them. But however, they did take place and market is still kind of playing around in this zone as it stands. So with that said and done, because we're going into a new year, I think it's best that I clean up this overall chart window and we just start to focus on the things that can help us moving forward for this year that we got coming, or the year that we're in now, the new year, 2025. So let me just nuke everything on here real quick. So let's get rid of all 24 drawings, and there is a couple areas that I want to draw to your attention, okay, that might prove itself quite important for this year. So if I go to, and this is something I'm going to put on and then obviously get rid of, and then you guys can go in and make sure that you mark it out on your charts for yourself, okay? So this is from Jan the 2nd of 2024, right? And then we have it to the 31st yesterday, right? Now the areas that we want to be concerned with is this level over here, right? Let me add some text to it. So just put low of 2024. And then this level over here. High of 2024, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what we normally do in regards to the weekly lows and weekly highs, where if one of these levels is taken out, because these are major levels, this is the high and the low of last year, okay, we want to be taking, or at least at the bare minimum, really looking at what has taken place, especially if this high is taken out, okay? And look at it like this, right? Had we been doing that in 2023, right, so that would have been the high of 2023, right, this level over here, this move could have helped us to stay in this trade, which would have been a really long trade, for a whole year, and we would have gotten all of this, right? So these levels that I've marked out, they're really important and we want to keep an eye on it. If you're not doing it already, I strongly recommend you do, right? So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to jump into the 1 hour. So what we kind of want to do right now is we want to find out the highs and lows of last week, right? And this week is still in play right now. So I'm going to assume that this level over here is the low of this week that we're in. But we're not going to mark that out as such. We're only going to focus on what took place last week. So for that, I'm going to bring in the vertical level or vertical line. We're just going to draw a little something here. We're going to draw a little something here. Okay. And we can see that the low that was set. Oops, I knew I'd done it a bit wonky. Okay, so we can see that the low that was set on the Monday, so that would have been Monday the 23rd of December, okay, was taken out Monday just gone, the 30th of December, right? Let me just put that in there, mark that as weekly low, okay? And then we're going to put the weekly high, which is yet to be taken out, and I have a feeling that that's going to go. I have a feeling that's going to go this week. If not this week, next week. And let's put that over here. All right. So in my mind, these are the levels that we want to keep an eye on. And those are that is 2607.91 as a low. And 2639.87 as the high, right? Now, in my opinion, I think this high over here is going to get taken out. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be taken out this week, but I have a feeling it's going to be taken out. And if it is taken out, this week, right? Or if market does anything to say that it wants to come back down again. So another area of interest is the resistance level over here, okay? I'm really interested to see what takes place in this zone, if price is going to punch through or if price is going to come back down again. Now, if price decides to come back down again, if it does decide that it wants to come back down again, there are levels that I will be looking at for entries, right? So the levels I'll be looking at for entries, and that will be this level over here. So this swing high, I'll be looking at that. And I will also would be looking at this as well. All right. And I would also be looking at this level as well, right? But this level looks like price is really tapped into it. So I would need to wait a bit more. So let me just put labels on these levels of interest right now. Because as market continues to move in the direction that it's moving in, we may need to revisit these levels again. Basically, what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that I have a strong feeling that I'm right in terms of what's going to happen. And I want to leave these on the chart to say, hey, see, I told you. Right? So I'm going to mark out these levels in red. Make it a straight line. So these are possible levels of interest for me for a potential pullback if market flies. So even if market takes out this weekly high, chances are I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait to see if it actually comes back down again. And if it does, then I will join it. Reason why is that I have a strong feeling that the high that I've put in, or the high of 2024, is going to get taken out, right? And reason why I say that is when market started to pull back from last year, say 27th of December, to where it came to its lowest point, which was on the 30th of December, okay, it did not produce a lower low to this low over here. So in my mind, we have a channel that is moving upwards, and that channel can be traded, and I plan to profit off it. And also as well, I haven't even mentioned this part to you guys. I've actually changed the name of the channel. So it's no longer Pips and Points. I should have said that very early in the beginning of the video, but I didn't say it. So it's now TP Success. And the TP, obviously you're all traders, so you all knows what that means. And if you're completely new, what I'm referring to is Take Profit Success. That's what we want for 2025. So I'm kind of pulling it out in the universe right now that is what we're after. So hopefully last year of 2024, the outstanding performance that I produced, right? I hope, and I'm aiming, and my goal is to do that 1,000 times better than I did year just gone, right? And you guys are going to be along for the ride to see it all. And hopefully, because of the type of analysis that I do, I hope that you will be able to capitalize on it as well. All right. So I just thought I mentioned that. Now, this is what I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be taking place. So these are the levels of interest if price starts to pull back down again. I don't think price is going to go below this level over here. So chances are, if I am going to put in a stop loss, it's going to be around here, but the safest will be under here somewhere, right? So obviously I'm not going to call out these numbers because they're on your screen, so you can just look at that and just make sure it all makes sense. Now we see price come into these zones over here, okay, and we see it moving away. Once again, not financial advisor giving you financial advice. I personally, I'm going to be jumping in with bias. Now, I may be right, I could be wrong, but I will assume the risk and I will take that risk on board. And if I win, great. If I lose, that's the game that we play, right? That is the game that we play. And that's how I'm going to be doing that. So moving forward, I just had a look on Forex Factory, right? And we don't really have much news for the whole of this week. Bearing in mind, it's a brand new year we're in. And the only news that I have right now is on Friday. It comes in at 3 p.m. GMT, and that is the US ISM Manufacturing PMI. That is the only news that we've got coming in for this week. And then next week, we're going to talk about that in the videos that we're going to be discussing moving forward. Another thing as well that I also want to add in regards to the analysis as well, as you can see by how my charts look, you can see I only have it in one color right now, okay? This is the best format to have your charts in, by the way. You don't have to go with white. You can choose whatever color you want, but you want to separate the two alternating colors, whether it be red or blue or whatever. You just want to keep it one simple color. Why? It's going to take that FOMO behavior away from you, right? So, for example, you're in a trade and then all of a sudden you see a red candle. Say you're bullish and you see a red candle and the red candle is parabolic, all right? That red candle is enough for you to make a terrible decision, okay? Because you're seeing a red candle. If all the candles look the same, you will fall in line with your overall technical analysis. You will stick with that and you wait to see if that proves itself positive or negative as it relates to you going in profit or you going negative. Psychologically, I think it makes sense to keep your charts in one color, but however, I leave that to you. And the final part of this little rant that I'm going over right now is that I'm only going to be talking about assets that I'm actually trading. So if I'm not trading an asset, I'm not going to be talking about it. All right. So without me putting it in black and white for you guys to decipher, I'm only going to be talking about assets I'm trading moving forward, right? Because it's going to make sense. If you're watching it and then you decide that you want to follow along with what it is that I'm doing, we both have skin in the game, right? I don't think it's right that I'm talking about something that I'm not even in and then giving you guys my thoughts on that, because technically I'm giving you financial advice and I don't want to be doing that, right? So moving forward, we're only talking about assets I'm actively trading. So with all of that said and done, my awesome people from all around the world, I want to thank you for coming over to watch our newest episode for 2025, TP Success, because we're all going to be successful and all our TPs is going to get hit for this year of 2025. I will see all of you amazing people in the next video. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, you've hit the subscribe button, you've turned on the notification, and you've dropped us a like if you find the content useful. So with all of that said and done, I will see you all on the next one.